Welcome back, America. It's Hugh Hewitt. Salena Zito with the Yinzer Report from Pittsburgh. Her new column is on an old-school Democrat in Pittsburgh facing a primary challenge from a young black progressive. Salena, let's get to that first, then we'll come to impeachment. Who's in trouble in Pittsburgh? Because you don't want to be on the old-school side of that debate in this Democratic Party.
Right. So Mike Doyle has been in office since the 1994 wave election. He was, I think, the only Democrat elected in that wave election year. He's a former Republican. He was the chief of staff to Frank Pecora. He ran and won Rick Santorum's old seat. And he's held the seat since 94. It's moved around a little bit, but it's centrally located in the city of Pittsburgh. It's become more Democratic with each redistricting. And he's pretty a moderate Democrat. He's facing a very progressive, very young, very charismatic young man by the name of Jerry Dickinson, who raised a lot of money for his first time. His first fundraising cycle was $150,000, and Doyle is facing a problem because within this congressional district there have been two state rep seats and one state senate seat that flipped from moderate Democrats to DSA Democrats in the past 2 years.
Now, I am curious. Did you ask Doyle if he favors impeachment?
He didn't. Their office didn't return my calls for this story.
I would love to know because I think they're all being pushed into impeachment because of this AOC progressive stuff, and that a common sense Democrat like Doyle would never otherwise go for this. Now, tell me, Salena, how is this playing? I think it is a disaster for Democrats because it's a sham, an attempted coup, the umbrella insurance policy on top of the insurance policy. And it's got nothing to do with the transcript and everything to do with hating Trump. But what do you hear in Yinzerland?
So in the interviews I've done in Pennsylvania and Ohio and parts of Michigan since this all broke last week, is a lot of people saying, look, if it has always felt as though the Democratic complex, right? What people mean by that is Democratic Party, but also the media, have been trying to take the president down since he became president-elect in November of 2016. And they've contorted themselves in so many different ways, and they've discovered through all of these debates that they really don't have enough of a coalition to win an electoral election. And so they've because the Russian investigation failed. This was a moment of a gasp of last resort, and it doesn't play well. In particular among independent voters, and as you and I both know, and the listeners both know, that's incredibly important. Those independent voters are those key swing votes that Trump needs to win and or Elizabeth Warren needs to win, because I suspect that's who's going to end up being the nominee. And if it is a Warren-Trump election, this is the ultimate realignment of both parties' election.
Let me play for you, if I can, Salena, my comment about Warren, Ohio. By that I meant the Pennsylvania, Ohio, Wisconsin, Michigan area. Cut number 12, we're talking about Rudy Giuliani, who many people in the Beltway despise. Cut number 12.
Not John Dean, and the one thing we have to be careful of is while he indeed is an object of controversy and scorn often inside the Beltway, he cuts through everything outside of the Beltway. So when you go to Warren, Ohio, people hear him, and they respect him, and they listen to him.
Is Rudy respected and listened to in Yinzerland, Salena Zito?
Yeah, he's a hero. He's America's mayor. It's really funny that you asked that. I was in an antique shop yesterday with my son, and someone was buying this. It was like an oversized bobblehead of Rudy holding with the emblem across it saying "America's mayor," and this family was buying it. This was in Carnegie, Pennsylvania. So things have not changed for Rudy's respect level outside of D.C., but because he went outside the club, because he went off, sort of off the team elite, he doesn't have the same cachet with the people that you see on the Sunday shows like you were on yesterday.
Yeah, it is to me amazing that they think Rudy Giuliani can be impeached by Adam Schiff. Just 30 seconds. Adam Schiff, what do you think is his reputation in the heartland?
Oh, it's not good. I don't think I can say the words on air what people think of Adam Schiff.
Oh, there you go. Salena, always a pleasure. At Salena Zito on Twitter. Her new column's out. Go read that. The Democrats have a civil war politically in their party. Salena writes about it today. I'll be back with hour number 2 of the Hugh Hewitt Show. Stay tuned.
Portions of the Hugh Hewitt Show are brought to you in part by Birch Gold Group.